kitchen. My name is Joy Bauer, and I am right outside of New York City. We're in a town called Westchester. Big shout out to Ian Bauer, but he's actually about to cough. Oh, I thought you were about to.
No. I coughed before.
All of a sudden he got up.
I got my coughs out.
Okay. Ian Bauer behind the camera. Do your wave again, please, eh? He is manning the computers and the videos and the lights and a few little bells and whistles that we have going on. I also want to say thank you to Matt, producer extraordinaire.
Matt's in the house. I see him.
He's in the house. Hey, Matt. Is that J-Lo? Do we have J-Lo? Hey, y'all. Who knew? And Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So we are here every other Tuesday night from 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 4 o'clock. Now I have the coughs.
It's contagious.
It's like a yawn. 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 o'clock Pacific Time, and then you could sort of like fill in your time zone because I know we have a lot of countries and a lot of different states within the United States. And I know you guys have a lot of options on Tuesday nights, so thank you so much for joining me. The name of the show is called Health, Happiness, Joy, because that's my name. And if you want any of the recipes that we go over, I like to whip up nourishing, delicious goodies in my kitchen. Normally it's a lot of the things that you crave and love, but we do it a little healthfully, using all sorts of nourishing ingredients, wholesome ingredients, and nothing obscure, things that you have right in your kitchen, I'm betting. But if you do want any of the details on the recipes that we make, first off, I would say press follow underneath if you're new to the party, and this way you'll get all the alerts when we do go live. But again, it's every other Tuesday, and 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 o'clock Pacific Time, and all that jazz. And also, follow me on Instagram at Joy Bauer, JoyBauer, and Facebook, which is Joy L. Bauer. My middle name is Lori, so JoyLBauer, because I will be posting all of the ingredients and the instructions to all of these recipes. And also, you can request things that you want me to do. If you have any questions, you could always comment on any of my social platforms, because my amazing office reads everything, and I will absolutely get back to you. So thanks so much. And also, my website is joybauer.com, JoyBauer.com, and all of the recipes, thousands and thousands of them, you can find there as well. And normally the new ones that I'm doing, you'll find on the homepage. But if not, all you need to do is put the name into the search engine, and the recipe page, boop, it'll pop right up. So I'm really excited about tonight. I also have to say thank you to Olivia, who is watching with her pooch, Walter, who has a little earache.
Oh, no, really?
I know, she had to take him to the vet.
Oh, boy.
Walter, we're sending you so much love. Mwah. And Donna is at a soccer game, so she's off and running, but they helped me put this together tonight, and you're going to see some amazing little videos and reels and whatnot, and Olivia gets all the kudos for that. All the kudos. I create the recipes, but they make the recipes look like flippin' magic. Real magic. So let us know also.
I got a couple of things to report.
Carol's in the house.
Carol Bauer's in the house.
Carol Bauer's in the house. Woo! Carol!
Mama Bauer.
Yep.
Can we say thank you to Cool and to Sandra for following you?
Oh, thank you guys. Cool?
Yeah,
is it
cool.
C-O-O-L?
C-O-O-L.
That is really cool. I love that.
And
thank you, Sandra.
Alfred just started.
Alfred?
Yep, Alfred just started
Thank you,
following you.
guys.
And
Thank you.
we have a question. Not a question, but so Val, whose handle on Amazon is Val, who reads reviews before purchasing, was wondering who is Joy Bauer? I see your name frequently on Facebook.
Oh.
So where do people find you?
Okay, so first off, I am a total health obsessed fanatic, and I'm a registered dietitian, and I am the health and wellness expert on the Today Show on NBC. And I have to say, what I love so much about this venue, which is totally different than NBC. Normally, I'm on television, and it's like a one-way street, right? I just deliver information, I whip up yummy things, and then I put articles online. But here, I get to interact with y'all, and it's slow, and I'm not rushed with timing. So anyway, that's who I am. I have 3 amazing kids. I live in New York, right outside of New York City. This is my kitchen, and my dog is somewhere.
She's next to me.
Yeah, okay. Gatsby's pretty famous too. She always elevates all of my television spots.
Can I just give a plug, please?
Yeah.
If that's okay. So Val, this is for you and anyone else watching. It's September. If you pretty much go to any supermarket in the country, if you go to any magazine shop in the country, you're going to see a magazine called First for Women.
Oh.
And if you go and look at that First Women magazine this week, you're going to see the one and only Joy Bauer on the cover with an amazing, amazing story inside. So please go check it out.
Yeah, thank you for that, Ian. Yeah, I got a cover spread. First for Women, it's on stands everywhere, so check it out. That was really nice. Thank you. Ian, I'm going to hire Ian as my publicist.
Your proud hubby. Ellen and Artie in the house.
I have a question. Are used to see you on NBC and New York channel. Are you getting back to them? I don't do local anymore. I've been, believe it or not, I've been doing the Today Show National NBC for, it's hard to believe I'm going to say this, but I've been their resident in-house health and wellness expert for 17 years. 17 years, if you can believe. But way back in the day, I used to do the super early morning show with Darlene Rodriguez, who I absolutely love. But now I get to sleep in a little bit later. I do the Today Show. But thank you for asking.
Not much later.
Yeah, not much later for sure. Yeah, so we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. I am going to show you 2 hacks that I'm sort of obsessed over these days, and you can take them in a lot of different directions. But I like anything that makes our life easier and at the same time helps to cut back on waste. So the first thing I'm going to do has to do with a jar of pickles. This is actually a jar of kosher dill pickles. How many of you guys love pickles? I love pickles. I love pickles. I love the crunch. I love the zestiness. I like the saltiness. I just love pickles. The only kind of pickles I don't like are I think they're the sweet pickles, the bread and butter pickles.
Yeah, exactly. You don't like the bread and butter.
A lot of people love those. Nothing against them, but they're just like not my thing. I like a half sour, a kosher dill, or a very sour pickle.
But let's be real here. You're good. You see that jar in front of you, which is a 32-ounce jar?
Uh-huh.
Joy is good for at least 3 of those a week.
I love pickles. So that leads me to what I'm going to be doing with you guys today. When I finish my last spear, I'm left with an empty jar filled with pickle juice, right? And so I think the easy thing to do would be to open up the top, dunk it down the sink, and then put this in the recycling bin. But there's a few things that you could do with your leftover pickle juice. One I'm going to tell you about. It's kind of my secret weapon for making the most yummy, tender, delicious chicken. You marinate your chicken breasts or your chicken thighs in pickle juice in either a bowl or in a zip top bag for at least 30 minutes. And I'm telling you guys, then you just drain the pickle juice off and you put it out on your baking sheet and you season however you would season your chicken, and then you could put it on the grill, you could put it in a pan, or you could put it in the oven. It makes your chicken so incredibly moist. The same thing works with buttermilk, but I love doing with pickle juice. You will get a slight pickly flavor, but I love that. If you don't like the pickle flavor at all, I would say instead you probably want to do the buttermilk. And you might want to change the channel right now because I'm about to make something else with the pickle juice. But pickle juice works amazing as a marinade for chicken. Does anybody have any questions on that? Oh, J-Lo, I'm so glad that you love pickles because you're going to love this next one. So
where's Ben?
Ben?
Ben Affleck.
Oh, J-Lo, where's Ben Affleck? Ian's being funny. Wouldn't it be so great?
I was trying to be.
But wouldn't it be so great if all of a sudden, like, he popped on and it actually was? Well, you are our J-Lo. Mm-hmm. Totally. You are our J-Lo. And we have Aunt Jenny. We call her Jenny on the block.
We
right?
We do.
Okay, so here I have my pickle juice, and there's at least a cup of leftover pickle juice in here. So this is a 32-ounce standard container of pickles. You could do what I'm going to show you, this little hack, this little trick. I'm going to call it a culinary hack. You could do this with a smaller pickle container, but the bigger the better because you could jam in more vegetables. So what we're going to do, this is an English cucumber that I just diced up. And depending upon how long the cucumber is, so if you guys know the English cucumbers they're like, I think they're about this long, they're thin, and they have less seeds than a traditional cucumber. So I like to use them. But by all means, you can use a regular cucumber if you want. Keep the skin on, just wash it well because you're going to eat the skin. You'll get a little bit more fiber, some more antioxidants. And I diced it up. The other thing about an English cucumber is that it's a little crispier. And I love the crunch of this salad. So what I'm now going to do is I'm adding this in to my pickle juice. I jumped ahead, E, but we're going to look at the video afterwards.
I figured,
okay?
Yep, you got it.
We'll look at the video afterwards. So I'm putting this all the way in. And this was about 1 3/4 cups of diced cucumber.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know how they make sauerkraut. I don't know how they do that. But what happens if you were to take shredded cabbage? Because isn't sauerkraut cabbage?
Yeah, so sauerkraut is a little bit different because it's fermented. So what happens with sauerkraut is, so you can pickle something and you can ferment something. And when you pickle something like we're doing right here, you're just letting the vegetables or the cucumbers, if you're making pickles, sit in a brine, like a salty brine, and sometimes there's seasonings in it. So this is a brine, we're pickling this, right? And this brine is sort of like a one-stop shop marinade because it already has in it garlic and all sorts of scrumptious seasonings. So it's almost like the work is done for you. With sauerkraut, they do something called fermentation. And so fermentation, they do that also with miso and with tofu and with yogurt. They take a food and they add in a healthy bacteria or a yeast. And that healthy bacteria or that yeast starts to eat up or break down the sugars and the starches that are in that particular food, and it changes the characteristics. So suddenly, sauerkraut, which starts out as cabbage, becomes like tangy and zesty and super flavorful, and it also obviously changes the texture. It becomes much softer. And not always, but sometimes it produces probiotics. And so you're not going to find probiotics in pickled food items, but you can often find probiotics, yogurt for example, in fermented foods. So that was like a long-winded answer, but that was a great question. Okay,
thank you.
So now we have our cucumbers in here, and so now I have a pint of cherry or grape tomatoes, and I'm going to add that in as well. I'm going to add some more in. And so you just want to be thoughtful as to how much you're putting in because you don't want to tip over your jar. But I think that's going to do it for me. And now I'm going to put the top on. Make sure it's nice and tight. And you're going to give it a shake. And you're going to mix it up. And you're going to stash this in the refrigerator for as long as you want. So if you're looking for a subtle, sort of mild-like taste, I would say put it in for 15-30 minutes. I like the longer it sits and the more flavorful it gets because I love that pickle experience. So for me, I would say at least 24 hours. And I'm telling you, you have an unbelievable pickle out of the jar. What are we calling this? Pickle jar, cucumber, tomato salad. And there's a few different ways that you could eat this. You could open it up, stick your fork in like I do, and just enjoy it every time you pass the refrigerator. Or you can scoop it out after a day or so, and you could put it on a salad. You could put it on, not a bowl if you make like a quinoa, lettuce green bowl. Everybody's into these great big burrito bowls. You could add it onto that. You can use it as a topper for burritos or tacos. It's endless what you can use this for. You could even put it on top of your chili. to dress it up. But honestly, guys, right out of the jar, this is a sensational salad.
Yeah. I actually use it. You said salad on salad. I don't even put salad dressing on. I just actually put that on with the juice and just have it as a salad dressing slash,
Because you know it's so flavorful. You don't even need dressing. But you could put it on a dressed salad also. Sky is the limit. Another thing I did is I made quinoa. And instead of seasoning up the quinoa, I just added like a couple of scoops of this in, and I mixed it around, and it was like unbelievable. And you saw how quick this thing comes together. So I'm going to show you now a video of me making it, even though I just made it because I jumped ahead. Okay, so there's the jar. I'm adding in my cukes. I'm adding in my tomatoes. I'm going to put the top on. Give it a shake. Shake, 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 shake. And then in the refrigerator it goes, and that's it. Yeah. Okay, kudos to Olivia. Olivia for making the reel. And you know what I forgot? I forgot our LaCroix flavor of the day. Beach plum. So the reason I'm doing beach plum is because we're not letting summer go. We're not letting... I love that.
That was in sync. That was in sync. Wow.
All right. So, if you guys haven't tried this flavor,
oh my God,
really
it's
delicious.
So good.
And I don't know if you've ever actually had a beach plum, but they're very unique, and they're very, very delicious. And they're not so easy to get, but if you can get your hands on one, amazing. And if you can't, you could always get one of these.
And it's, you know, you like mentioned we are not letting go of summer, but like we're in the Northeast. And, you know, I speak to friends down in Florida, California, like, it's still summer there. They're going to the beach. The weather's nice. It's, you know
what I also
the
like
luck
to do
of...
with this one? I make a spa water by loading in slices of lemons and limes, and also if I can get my hands on any plums, I like to float plums in there as well. And you can put basil and cilantro and parsley, so it's really nice. You do it in a great big pitcher. And it looks so pretty.
Cynthia, who's watching now, is having actually, as we talk, is having a limoncello. There you go.
That's a good one.
There you go.
I love that, Cynthia.
Thank you, LaCroix.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so that was our pickle jar cucumber tomato salad. Who's making this? Who's making this? So I'm not going to eat this one tonight because I'm going to wait until it sits overnight in the fridge, and I'm going to eat it tomorrow.
I say by Thursday afternoon, that's history.
So Abraham said he is, meaning Ian is eating it. That's so funny. Awesome. Oh, I love that limoncello. Okay, so before I move on to our second culinary hack, let me show you some finds that I found on Amazon, because it is Amazon. So I always feel like I have to give you some Amazon finds. Okay, so first, should I go? I'll save this one because this sort of goes with this. So we were just in the Berkshires over the weekend, and we always played pickleball. Who's into pickleball? Yeah, I feel like everybody's into pickleball, right? So we have a couple of finds that if you are into pickleball, or if you're looking to explore the new trendy sport, which is really mainstream at this point, we're going to show you some things. Ian, so this one is the Robbins Portable Pickleball Set with the net.
Got it up.
You got it up?
Got
okay.
It up.
So this one is normally $199.99, $200. This one is normally $200, but there's a 6% discount now. So the sale price is $187, which is great. Really great ratings. So it's, this is funny, it's USA Pickleball Association approved. There's a USA Pickleball Association now.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
That's serious. Okay, so it's easy to assemble. It has a portable net, meets all of these specifications. The net is made with a high quality materials, can be used indoors or outdoors. The set is equipped for 4 players, which is great. I see the picture up there. That's great. Portable, lightweight, easy to transport with a carry bag. So you could, if you're going away for the weekend, you could take it with you. You could play it at home. You could bring it over to a friend's house. And by the way, if anybody's going to any parties coming up, especially in, well, actually in any climate because you can play this indoors or outdoors. This is a fabulous and super unique host gift, I think. And you could go in with a few people because it's a little bit pricey. And everyone's always looking for what do you get for the person who has everything. You get them a pickleball set.
Yeah. With the holidays coming up, I mean, it's going to be around the corner. Yeah. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, and actually now it's on sale. I bet it won't be on sale over the holidays, right. So it might be a good time to
I love the fact that it's all you need to play this game is all in this one bag.
Yeah. Well, now we're going to paddles, though. So if...
Oh, no, there's paddles with this.
No, I know. But
just if you already have the net.
So if you already have the net or you don't want to deal with the net and you go to a special court to play, so this is a great set of paddles. This list price, these are pickleball paddles. It's usually $80. It's a 38% discount right now, so it's $49.89. That's great. By the way, it's a 4.9 star rating with over 1,000 ratings. So it's close to a perfect score with reviews. That's awesome. Just in case you guys are professionals and super competitive, I want you to know that these paddles are approved to be used in tournaments. Did you hear that, A? By the way, we're not ready for tournaments. We're not even ready for our neighbors. It's designed with unique fiberglass and polypropylene honeycomb core technology, provides power and control. Fiberglass surface provides excellent rotational performance, lightweight, strong, durable, perforated, sweat absorbent, cushioned, allows for a better grip. Great for beginners, intermediate, and professional players who are ready for tournaments. And the paddles weigh between 7.78 and 7.8 ounces. So this includes 2 paddles and 4 pickleballs, a carry bag, and 2 grip tapes. So that's pretty cool. Again, regularly $80, 38% discount, on sale for $49.89. It's always funny how they get those. $49.89. Yeah. Okay. And last but not least, moving away from pickleballs, I'm going to tell you about my charger because there's a big discount on it now. Like, I've actually showed you guys this before. I never leave home without it. So this is the My Charge portable charger for the iPhone. List price is $100, 20% discount, $79.99, but you can also apply for a 5% coupon for an additional $4 off. So make sure you check that additional coupon before you check out if you're interested in this. I love this so much. I don't want to miss anything, but it's got 2 different size chargers right over here. So it could be for your computer and for your iPad and your iPhone as well. But the best part also is that it plugs right into the wall, so you don't have to bring another cord with you. It's like one-stop shopping. I love this. I travel with this everywhere, and it's always plugged into my wall, making sure that I have a full charge for when I leave the house. So what did I miss here? And it's, if you can see how it's just like, it's the size of, a deck of cards, I would say. Does that sound accurate?
Yeah. No, I mean, you actually carry this with you everywhere.
Yeah.
And it saved you a ton of times when you've been on a train, you've been on a plane, and
everybody needs a portable charger. You might have a different one, but if you don't and you're looking to pick one up, this one is great. Okay. I thought you were a dietitian and did live streams, but no. Arthur, I am. I just made this. I did a pickle jar cucumber and tomato salad. I'm about to show you another fun hack, but I always weave in some extra products here and there because we are on Amazon, right? So I figured. I just showed some.
Amazon won't let us on unless we sell products.
And I just showed some cool pickleball things as well because I'm also about the exercise. Okay, so now what we're doing is an incredible peanut butter dressing or sauce. So what I'm going to show you is, to me it's a little game changing because whenever I have the scrapings left in the jar of a peanut butter like this, sometimes it's hard to get out, but it's still filled with peanut butter along the outside and on the bottom. And sometimes I just get lazy and I toss the jar, and we go through so many peanut butter jars. And I'm not just talking about peanut butter. This could be almond butter, cashew butter, all the nut butters, sunflower seed butter, soy nut butter. So whatever types of butter, the nut or seed butter you have in your house, this trick will work with it. So the idea here is that even though it looks kind of empty-ish, it still is a treasure trove of peanut butter flavor. And we want to do something with it because we do not want to waste a drop. So maybe what I'll do is I'll show you the video first, and then we'll come back to this.
Okay, so go to the video. You got it.
I'm going to go to the video. Okay, so there's my empty-ish container. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I'm adding some reduced sodium soy sauce, lime juice, and sriracha, and water. And I give it a stir. And you create this heart-healthy, delectable peanut dressing that is good for salads, it's good for bowls, but it's also really good for leftover cold pasta because you basically are making cold sesame noodles with it. And then like I add chopped scallions and all sorts of other things. So let's go ahead and make it right now. So I have my peanut butter, and just so you know, I'm guesstimating there's about 2 tablespoons worth of peanut butter left in here. And so I have my soy sauce, and if you do have high blood pressure, you want to use a reduced sodium soy sauce. So in it goes. Okay, then I have my limes. So this is about 1.5. So I did, I'm guesstimating again 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Then I added in 1.5 teaspoons of my soy sauce. Now I'm adding in 1.5 teaspoons also of my lime juice. Here he goes. Here we go. I'm winging it, but like I have a good feel for this, so I know I'm going to be able to add in 1.5 teaspoons. Let me do one more squeeze over here. And then, because I like a kick, I'm going to add in some sriracha. So if you don't like a kick, you can keep the sriracha out, or you can add a little bit. I'm going to add like a teaspoon in, because I like a big kick. You're then going to stir, and here's what I'm going to tell you, and scrape the sides of it, scrape the bottom, keep stirring and stirring and stirring. It's going to start off very stringy, and that's okay. But if you keep stirring and keep scraping the bottom and scraping the top, eventually it's going to be nice and smooth. Mine is already coming together. And then 1 tablespoon at a time, I'm going to add in water until I get it to where I want it to be. So I'm going to first show you how thick this is. Okay, let's see. Hey, can you lift that up? So you can see like it's smooth, but it's thick. So I'm going to add water in now because I want it to be thinner and almost like dressing-like. So here comes my 1 tablespoon of water, and I'll see how that works. And I'll show you. I'm gonna get it a little bit thinner, but I want you to see like it's starting to thin out. And you can stay there for a minute. I'm going to add another tablespoon of water. And this is probably going to be perfect. And let's see. And maybe even what I'll do after this is I'll put it in a little ramekin so you guys can see. Ian's so popular, someone's calling him.
It was the Sriracha company.
Oh, there's a shortage of the sriracha.
There is. I cannot find that anywhere.
See how it turns it into a dressing? Isn't
that looks
great?
So good.
Yeah. So again, guys, this is really great for obviously a salad if you like that. You know the Chinese chicken salads that they have at California Pizza Kitchen and the Cheesecake Factory? So they have those great big salads. They're so incredibly yummy. And a lot of times they'll use a peanut Asian-style dressing. And this would be perfect for that. Or it's really good with chicken skewers or shrimp skewers because it's like a satay sauce. like a peanut sauce, and you could also use it on your noodles to create a cold sesame noodle.
So we have a few people saying that, well, you could put the lid on and shake it instead of stirring.
Well, I don't think it would work with the lid on, because you really have to incorporate the ingredients, and the peanut butter is thick, and you also want to be able to scrape along the sides of the peanut butter. Of course, I'm doing it in the jar because it's like fun and jazzy, and it's the way to use up your leftover peanut butter. But you can also measure out 2 tablespoons of peanut butter and do it in, like a little bowl as well. But I don't think putting the lid on and shaking it would have enough force to really sort of emulsify all of the ingredients.
So Arthur online is saying a couple of things.
Yeah.
First, he's saying that minced garlic would be good too.
Delicious in it.
And minced nuts.
Oh my God, a sprinkling of peanuts in this, or like whatever nut you use. If you did this with almond butter, you could do chopped almonds in it. It would be fantastic, and it would give it some texture. You can also do this with chunky peanut butter if you want, and the texture is built in. Great points. And Arthur, by the way, to me, garlic in anything elevates the taste.
And he's suggesting maybe some warm water to help thin it out quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so we have a question from Noah.
I want Arthur to come cook with me.
Noah wants to know, how does this charge my phone? I guess how many times?
Oh.
And actually, it all depends on your phone, right? So it depends if you have an iPhone and what iteration iPhone you have, what model you have. If you have another sort of smartphone. So my suggestion would be go on to either My Charge or go on to Amazon and take a look, because my guess is it'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to give you the wrong answer.
We have the link down. I don't know these specifics. We have the link down below. So if you just read through whatever it says, I would imagine somebody asked this exact
I've gotten
question.
2 full charges on just on my phone.
Okay.
I can't say on his phone, but I've gotten 2 full.
I never tested it like that. I never paid attention to, like a full charge and how many times, so I don't know. It's a great question, though. And if you find out, you should tell us.
So thank you for the Sriracha. You got a little product there.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys know this, but there is a shortage of Sriracha. And this goes in waves. There was a shortage, I think, last year as well, and then they came through. I remember going to the grocery store and I don't want to say I was hoarding them, but I definitely wanted to have a spare in my house because I really do like to use Sriracha. So I found this keychain. So it's a little Sriracha keychain. Obviously, it's hollow inside. And so the idea is that you can fill it with Sriracha if you're a Sriracha lover. And you can, take it with you to a restaurant, or you can take it with you maybe to your office. Just in case everybody else is running out of Sriracha, if you have in your house and you could refill it, I think that would be cool. Another idea that just popped into my head is if you can't get it for your house, but you bring this little keychain to maybe a restaurant or your workplace that actually has Sriracha, you could probably fill it up.
Oh my God.
And then you can bring it home, and then you
I
can
can't
have
believe you
Sriracha.
went there.
I
can't believe you went there.
I'm all for you people. Even if they yank me off the air. But I think that could be a good idea. So, yes, no peanut butter on the plane. Oh, right. No peanuts on the plane. Yeah. Well, you know what? It's interesting because, I guess you can't go through. You wouldn't be able to take this through.
I think you can. I think you just can't do liquids. You think you can't take that in?
This on the plane.
I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer. But in terms of peanuts, really it depends on the airline, because some airlines are still giving out peanuts and some are just totally peanut free. So I'm not sure on that, but I would call and check ahead. There's nothing worse than going through security and then having to toss or leave behind something that is very meaningful to you, whether it be a lotion or a food or a makeup or like a brand new water that you just bought.
I've actually gone through. They've taken stuff out, and I've had to go and find the FedEx or UPS
I know.
and then go.
And he almost missed the plane because of that.
So, if you don't mind, it's up to you. But Arthur, who I think came late into the show, just wants to know if maybe you could just quickly talk about your cucumber and tomato.
Totally, yeah. Arthur, I think you're really going to like this. So
I can go back and put up the recipe just so it's up there.
You know what we could also do? Let's just run the video.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Arthur, the whole idea is that I love pickles so much, and we always have kosher pickles in the house, the spears. And so when I would eat the last spear, normally what I do with my pickle juice is I use it as a marinade for my chicken. And I don't know if you've ever done that before, and I'm told that it's one of the secrets of Chick-fil-A when they make their chicken sandwiches. They marinate their chicken in pickle juice. I thought I had discovered it, but not so much, it seems. So it's a really, really great marinade for chicken breasts or chicken thighs. At least 30 minutes, put it in a bowl with the pickle juice or in a plastic bag and just let it sit at least 30 minutes. And I'm telling you, then drain it, season the chicken however you want it, roast it in the oven, put it on the grill, put it in a hot pan, and you will be amazed how juicy and tender that chicken is. Really delicious. It works just like buttermilk will, but it gives it a nice zesty flavor. So the other thing that I like to do when I have my pickle juice is I like to make salads with it. So I'm going to show you how I made this cucumber tomato salad, and we could put up the video. So there's my pickle juice. You need at least a cup. That's an English cucumber that I diced up, and a pint of cherry tomatoes. That's a 32-ounce can of pickles. You shake it up, mix it all up together, and then I stash it in the fridge. If you want a real subtle flavor, not too pickly or intense, you could start eating it after 30 minutes, I would say. But the longer you leave it, in my opinion, the better it tastes, because those vegetables sop up all of that pickly goodness, and the pickle juice is really like a marinade, right? It's got the garlic already in it. It's got all sorts of scrumptious seasonings. So it's almost like a one-stop shopping, and it becomes the easiest way to make something really delicious. So I eat this right out of the jar with a fork, but you can also scoop out a lot of vegetables, and you can put it on any salad. You can put it on your tacos, on burritos. You can put it on a chili. I mix it with quinoa, and it's really absolutely delicious. It's super scrumptious. And if you want, you could also put onions in here. Anything goes. I kept it really simple. Just the cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes, which are quartered. You want small pieces, right? And then I use an English cucumber because it's crispier than a standard cucumber, and there are less seeds. But honestly, I think that a regular cucumber would work great as well. You just want to chop them up into small pieces.
Suggesting carrots, pickled carrots.
Carrots would be good too. Personally, I don't like love pickled carrots as much as I would like onions in here. Red onions, I think, would be terrific in here. Beets would be great in here as well. But I would probably put roasted beets in here because
that one's for Artie.
Want them softened up. Ian doesn't like beets. Artie likes beets. He likes borscht. That's my dad, Artie. So we have an Arthur and we have an Artie. It's a good luck name. It's definitely a good luck name. Oh, you got it. So Arthur, what you might not have heard is I am here every other Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 o'clock Pacific Time, and also I take all sorts of requests. So if you want to request anything, you can go over to my Instagram at Joy Bauer, or you could go over to my Facebook at Joy L. Bauer. You can go to my website, joybauer.com. I have a free newsletter on there. There's like lots and lots of different ways to get a hold of me. Definitely hit follow underneath my name here so that you get the alerts when we go live and we do all sorts of fun things for the show. Check out the products. If you guys want me to review anything, you know I'll always be honest, give you my absolute, authentic, honest opinion. And I think, what do you think, Gabe? Is that a wrap?
I think that's a wrap.
You guys are awesome. I am wishing you a week ahead filled with good health and delicious food. And come on back, not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after. And come chat with me on Instagram and Facebook and Thread. And I almost said Twitter, but I'm going to say X, right?
X.
And X. Okay, love you guys. Mwah. Big